Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is another beer from Grimm. This is Crystal Vibration. This is their IPA, and this is actually brewed in Brooklyn versus some of their contracts. So I think the last Grimm that I reviewed was actually brewed in the Sterling, Virginia contract location. I was actually, again, surprised that they're still contract brewing despite having their brewery in Brooklyn, but let's look into this one. This one was actually canned about a month and a half ago. So let's see how this one turns out. Shout out to Aaron for sending this one out. Beer comes in a medium to deep gold color, has a medium plus almost full on haze on it. Let's get to aroma on this one. Wow. It's got very ripe, like mangoes and passion fruit kind of thing.
Yeah, very juicy.
Very juicy.
Not really that boozy on the nose to me.
Mm-hmm. Papaya, mangoes, hints of passion fruit. Some stone fruit coming in as well. There's that kind of like ripe like apricot.
It almost reminds me of like fresh squeezed orange juice that's just like a little bit old.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more sweet than your standard freshly squeezed orange juice, which can be a little bit more tart. So it's leaning towards something like tangerine than really just straight regular table orange.
Right. But you know what I'm talking about, like that older citrus fruit smell.
Yeah, it smells quite awesome. A little bit of that kind of light doughiness coming in. It smells awesome. Cheers. That's a little cold, but wow, that's drinkable.
That's good.
It's silky, so this is straight up New England. Since that is creamy, silky, it even has almost like almost like a lactose sweetness to it. I don't believe this beer actually has a lactose to it, but it has a rounded quality to it. I suspect a heavy dosing of wheat or oats. There's that kind of pale malt character that's not full. Pale grain character that's not tasting a full malt, like kind of wafery thin cracker thing. What does you get on the fruity qualities on this one?
I absolutely love it.
There's a green edge dancing around there. It's almost like aloe or something, just like dancing around. That's like a little bit slightly vegetal and leafy.
Yeah, it's definitely creamy in a sense. It's very drinkable, very smooth. I wouldn't say it's like very highly carbonated, which
No, it's soft. It's flavorful.
Which is nice to me. Like, can't seem to handle carbonation well.
There's a nice rounded kind of semi-sweet white peach or kind of apricot note in there. It drives on with a lot of like ripe papaya notes, a little bit hints of mango, and then a good amount of juiciness of that tangerine.
Yeah, there's almost like a cocktail cracker flavor to this too.
Oh, so like a pale white cracker.
No. More like I wouldn't say like a white cracker. I'd say more like a grain cracker of some sort.
So a little bit more robust. So a little bit more complexity of like
I mean, there's
multi-grain kind of thing instead of
there's definitely like even a multi-grain type flavor to it, richness. So
I also get a little bit of bitter grapefruit actually. There's a little bit of bitterness.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Final rating and impression.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, the can itself is beautiful. I like.
I believe actually Lauren might have drawn that, which is Lauren Grimm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I actually made.
She's actually
him wait.
I believe expecting at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm expecting to be allowed to talk.
Sorry. I was talking about Lauren Grimm. I was like, shout out to Lauren Grimm. So.
No, the can art alone, I made him wait to review this with me. I love it. The overall like appearance and aromas and flavor, I mean, it's more than what I expected. I love my New England styles, love IPAs, in general, but this one really stands out as a really enjoyable beer for me. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this a 98. Like, I really love it. Like,
it's so weird.
And I feel like that's even low to me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess comparing it to the M43, which is still my number one favorite, this is right up there. This is really good.
So speaking about the beer, it's actually reaching towards 2 months, and I was actually thinking of the same number, 98. This to me is not going to completely insanely blow your socks off, but to me, as someone who is a fan of New England, it's great when you find these examples. The complexity is certainly in there. You're getting all those tropical stone fruits and citrus driving around, but there's also a green note in there. And it is silky and creamy on the mouthfeel, but not overly dominated and being too heavy on the palate. sort of like laying like a sheen of just like stickiness and sweetness. It has that fluffiness without being too intense. It just does everything so well. There's a slight bitterness here. This is what you look for in New England IPA, right? It's well execution, not just punching you in the face with hops, burning your palate with all that green hop character. It just does things so well. So
Yeah.
very awesome that this is also 2 months old. It's really, I think, I'm curious what it tastes like fresh, but I feel like it's developed and melded into this kind of soft, beautiful character that it has right now. So highly recommended. Awesome Grimm. I mean, Grimm just produces some great beers. One of the best New England IPAs that I've had recently. Actually, we did have some great ones at Side River. So Side River Brewing is a brewery in Orlando.
Yeah.
They're sort of like the new other half for Central Florida on the block. So highly recommend them. But we're talking about Grimm. It's fantastic.
Your rating?
Recommended 98.
Okay.
Same as yours. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.